So hi, I'm Jay from officially KMusic here in Australia, and we have the lovely Amber. Hi, Amber.
Hi, thank you for
Hi,
having
nice,
me.
nice to meet you. So yeah, we just have a few questions that the team has. So we just wanted to know, so have you been to Australia before?
No, this is actually my first time. So I'm like, when I got the call, like, hey, do you want to perform in Australia? I'm like, yes, please, please, just take me.
Yes, yes. And like, what do you know about Australia being like not coming here before?
I think like I think I know the very typical, very surface level things like wildlife, kangaroos. I loved watching Finding Nemo as a kid, so like a lot of animal related things. I did have a friend who I used to like work out with that was from Australia as well, and she was like, "You got to come, and you got something called footy," and she was a footy player, and I was like, that's different from football or I guess soccer or whatever maybe. So I was like, I'm just super excited to just go and explore, trying to go in with like an open mind of like, oh, you do see like the internet memes of spiders.
Yes, yes. That's you've got to be careful with that because there is tons of spiders. So, but don't worry.
All
You don't
good.
have to worry about
But I also I have a bird who what's a
it.
it's a cockatoo, a lesser sulfur cockatoo, but
Oh,
I know and I know that that's like apparently like the pigeons of Australia,
yes,
and
that's correct.
so I'm excited to again typical things, just very excited to see a lot of animals.
No, amazing, amazing. And just wanting to know, like, so you're prepping up for the concert coming up, and have you got something special for the fans for Australia? That's
Um, yeah, I guess I'll sprinkle some spoilers. I will be performing new music.
okay.
Um, so I have some releases coming up. So I'm excited to finally, I guess, just perform those for everybody because I've been working on this album for a long time. It's been going through some delays, and I'm just like, I just want to get the music out there. So this will be the first time I'm performing in front of people. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that.
Do you know what's the difference between the biggest difference between working in a group and a solo artist from the journey that
Um,
you have right now?
well, there's a ton of similarities
Mm, mm,
because even though I am a solo artist, there's like a lot of teamwork that still goes on, especially with like my band, my dancers, my choreographer, my
mm,
music director. So I guess in the ways that working in my group back in the day, it does translate over because everybody does kind of have their roles.
mhm.
Everybody does like pick up some type, like it's not just, even though I'm a solo artist, it's not just me. It's my team that works really hard behind the scenes, and I always hope that they have a lot of fun, not only watching the show but performing with me as well. I will be celebrating with a release before the show, so my new song. So it's so my new song is going to be released pretty
Like the
much
day.
the day of the show, pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing, amazing. So we get to Australia gets to hear it first, if that's
Yeah.
live. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay. So amazing. And I guess like what's your with all these songs that you're creating, how are you getting all this inspiration from? Like, is it someone or is it something that
It can come from many different ways. I think a lot of the inspiration comes from just random things that happen to me during the day. Sometimes the ideas are complete trash. So I just like, trash becomes trash. um, but I feel like definitely with this year, sorry, not this year, last year, I've really been kind of taking a step back from my normal Amber craziness. And I kind of really try to reanalyze like what was important to me, and just writing from a place of just honesty, like complete honesty, whether it's like talking to my writers and my producers about like, hey, I don't like that or this, and then they even push me with their like, and being open at the same time for them to be like, hey, let's try this, and I'll be like, okay. And then again a team effort where we kind of just throw things out at each other and just try new things.
Mhm.
um, but I think it's a lot of I think this album in particular, that's going to be coming up is a lot of there's a lot of self-reflection.
Mhm.
um I think there's always like a little bit of that in sprinkled out throughout my my releases, but this one is like I think it does come from a different perspective, especially like I'm 30 now.
Oh, really? That's still young. Like
Now, so like
I'm
um,
30s too, but like yeah,
wait,
that's it's the new 20s. Yeah.
yeah, kind of just getting older and maturing. I have a lot of great friends joining me on this album, so I'm really excited to, I guess, show everybody the harmonious chorus of voices of my awesome friends. And I have some awesome producers that just have really pushed me and, you know, like helped me become vulnerable, because I think that was always something that was hard for me. So I think kind of retracting back to the like the inspiration, it's like I think a lot of it was me being scared, a lot of it was me questioning like who am I, what am I doing here, and kind of having that like quarter life crisis, or I
Mhm.
guess third life crisis
Yes, yeah.
in those
Oh,
days. So but I'm really excited about this new project, and for the fans in Melbourne to get that first taste and that first look.
no, amazing, amazing. Great, great. Thanks for sharing all that. Any plans for the future? So, where you like, I mean, it's one step to get to this point, but are you projecting where you're gonna end up end of this year? Are you doing some sort of tour or what's the plans?
So world tour is in the plan.
Yeah, amazing.
I want to go everywhere. So
Yeah.
um my team's been working on that. We have a lot, not only the new record, but a couple other appearances for me to be in certain places. So I got something with Hulu being worked on right now. So it's in the works. I don't think I can give too much away. I've just been filming a lot of things, and you know, I'm just again, it's just still like just writing as I'm going. I'm like already working on the next like two projects. I'm just happy that this first one can come out finally. Some of the Hulu project, we have a bunch of other the record coming out. We have tour being planned. We have I'm my manager and I were looking at like the potential things going on this year, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I can pull this off. Sure, why not? Yeah, I've done way worse things before. So yeah, we're gonna be everywhere this year, I think is the most simplest way to put it.
Yes. And also, I just wanted to ask, whilst we're talking about the future, just something a personal question. What's your life's goal?
The typical one is I want to be happy, but it's also how do I learn to love myself every day, and how and what that means to me. So
Mm,
because like I can just say, yeah, go love yourself, yeah, I love myself, but it's like, how do I love myself, how do I take care of myself, how do I find peace of mind, how do I enjoy my life. And I think that's been definitely my mission as an artist, is not only to create art and like entertain people,
mhm.
but also like hopefully find like I feel like a lot of things going on in the world. There's a lot of, you know, just darkness in the world. There's a lot of just bad stuff going on. And if I can create something, or, you know, at least create a conversation about like how do we take care of each other? How do we work toward solving issues? How you know, and especially last year I spoke, I think for like the first time kind of from a more vulnerable standpoint of like what my journey with my mental health has been. Man, it's just a lot of like, wow,
Yes.
I'm not all together. And I think the importance of mental health is something I definitely want to, you know, tell people. And that it's okay to go to therapy. It's okay to say you're not okay. Um it's okay to feel how you feel, and
Mm. Mhm.
um and you're not alone.
Last question. What is the message that you'd like to say to the fans of Australia?
Oh man, so many things. Like, man, if you got, I can talk for days. um, I think, dude, I just can't wait to go. It's my first time. I've always like seen on like Instagram and on Twitter like comments like, "Oh, we love you from Australia," like things like that. So it's always very surreal to me. Like even when I first started touring on my own, like really seeing the fans face to face, and I can't wait to see the fans in Australia, and just like have a good time with everybody. Oh yeah, I will like to brag a little bit that I got the creme de la creme of my team coming with me because we're like, when we go to Australia, we're gonna kick some butt.
No, that's amazing. Like, no, definitely. I look forward to seeing you and meeting you in person. But hopefully our paths cross. But overall, thank you so much for the interview, and I really appreciate your time.
No, thank you so much for having me. It was a lot of fun.